America is changing. The systems that were built to uplift us, the ones that gave us hope, opportunity, a sense of security, they're being dismantled before our very eyes. For Black people, the cracks in the foundation have never been more visible. The cost of living is skyrocketing. Our communities are being displaced. Healthcare, a privilege, not a right. And the dream of generational wealth, for many of us, it's slipping further out of reach. So what if there's another option? In this series, we're exploring the possibilities, the countries, the cultures, the communities that could offer us a new beginning. The United States is shifting politically, socially, and economically. And for many people, especially Black Americans, it's causing us to rethink where we want to build our lives. Today's destination is Japan. It's a country known for its technology, its culture, its extreme safety, and some of the best public transportation systems you'll find anywhere in the world. But is Japan a good place for Black expats to live? Let's break it down. Quick moment before we continue. If watching this series has you thinking about exploring the world for yourself, I actually help people do exactly that. Through my company, Black Joy Global Travel, I help travelers plan unforgettable trips all over the world. Whether you're looking for cultural experiences, relaxation, or just your first international adventure. If that sounds like something you're interested in, check out the link in the description to start planning your next journey. All right, now let's get back to Japan. Japan is home to more than 125 million people, making it one of the most densely populated developed countries in the world. Tokyo alone has over 37 million people in its metro area, making it the largest city on Earth. Japan is famous for its innovation, home to companies like Sony, Toyota, Nintendo, and Panasonic. But at the same time, the country preserves traditions that are centuries old. From ancient temples in Kyoto to futuristic cities like Tokyo, Japan blends history and technology like nowhere else on Earth. Japan has one of the best healthcare systems in the world. The country uses a universal healthcare system, meaning everyone living in Japan is required to enroll in public health insurance. Healthcare costs are dramatically lower than in the United States. Doctor visits typically cost $20 to $40 even without insurance. And most residents pay only 30% of medical costs, with the government covering the rest. Japan also has one of the highest life expectancies in the world. Japan's cost of living depends heavily on the city. Tokyo can be expensive, but surprisingly, it's often cheaper than cities like New York, Los Angeles, or Washington, D.C. A small apartment in Tokyo might cost $700 to $1,200 per month, while cities like Osaka can be even cheaper. Public transportation is excellent, which means many residents don't need to own a car. Food is also relatively affordable, especially if you eat local Japanese meals. Japan is consistently ranked as one of the safest countries in the world. Violent crime is extremely rare. In many cities, people regularly walk alone at night without fear. Even lost wallets are often turned into the police with the money still inside. For many expats, Japan's safety is one of the biggest quality of life improvements compared to the United States. Now let's talk about something important. What is Japan actually like for Black expats? The truth is that Japan isn't the most diverse country you're ever going to come across. Most people living there are exactly that, Japanese. Black travelers often report high levels of curiosity. Not violence or prejudice, but just people wanting to take photos, touch their hair, the big no-nos in the Black community. But racism doesn't exist there the way that it exists here in the United States. Many Black expats often report that they feel safer in Japan than they do in the United States, even if they feel like outsiders. And in the larger cities like Tokyo and Osaka, diversity is slowly increasing. So what are the best cities for expats in Japan? Tokyo is the most international city in Japan and home to the largest expat community. Osaka is known for its food culture, nightlife, and slightly lower cost of living. Kyoto is quieter and more historic, famous for temples and traditional Japanese culture. Moving to Japan requires a visa, and there are a few common pathways. Many foreigners move to Japan through work visas, especially teaching English. There are also visas for highly skilled professionals, engineers, and researchers. Japan recently introduced a digital nomad visa, allowing some remote workers to live in the country temporarily. And long-term residents can eventually apply for permanent residency after living in Japan for several years. Japan offers something that a lot of people are searching for right now. Simply put, it's a safe place to be. Infrastructure actually works, a healthcare system that doesn't bankrupt you, and it's a culture that values order, respect, and community. But just like any country, it's not perfect. Language barriers can be challenging as expected, and Japan's culture can be a culture shock for those coming from the United States. But for many people, that difference is exactly why they want to leave for Japan in the first place. So, does this sound like it could be a good country for you and your family to live in? Let me know in the comment section below. The world is a big place, and for many of us, we've been taught to be afraid of exploring it. But the truth is, our ancestors traveled the world, shaped it, and left their mark everywhere. The same world is still waiting for us. If you're ready to start exploring it for yourself, you can also work with me directly through Black Joy Global Travel. We help travelers plan incredible experiences around the world, whether it's your first international trip or your 10th. The link is in the description if you want help planning your next adventure. And if you enjoyed this episode of Why I'm Leaving America For, make sure you subscribe, because next time, we're exploring another country that might just change your life.